Yeah, please be careful this morning. That's that slick oil-like snow almost. And we've got people spinning out all over the place. We've got power outages all over the place this morning. So we'll keep you posted on that and all the school bus cancellations.
And kids going back to school, so good luck and be safe out there, little ones. And a lot of people, of course, relying on transit. And it brings us to this story. A lot of times things make headlines, they disappear. And you think, what happened to that person or that story?
You remember back in November, the woman who was asked to leave a TTC bus in a frigid November evening.
Yeah.
And she said that she had just had enough. And then she walked in front of the bus, slowing it down. In
protest.
And it created such a debate then. But then she just disappeared. She's never spoken publicly. Well, she's contacted me via Facebook.
I think this is so interesting.
And I went to talk to her. Now, we've agreed to blur her face still because she's gotten, believe it or not, the threats. And the magnitude of these threats is unbelievable.
I can't believe she's getting threats.
But she wants to tell her side of the story, and you're going to hear it for the first time right now.
Okay.
I've got a disgruntled customer who's walking down the middle of the road in traffic here.
It was a dark night in November on Lansdowne Avenue, and she had had enough. For 4 minutes, her silent protest resonated with transit riders everywhere.
I got on the bus on the front, and then the driver opened up the back doors, and the bus started to fill from the back. There was space for us to have moved into the bus.
Okay.
Yes, I guess that's what it was. There was space. If people have moved back and people weren't getting on the rear of the bus, there maybe would have been space. And the driver was just like, you gotta get off.
At first, her protest was to simply get in front of the bus and take pictures of the driver, maybe report him.
The bus driver just started to drive, and I just kind of blocked his way.
What happened next was a 5-kilometer-an-hour statement. One way or the other, the TTC was going to get her home.
To kick a woman off the bus at nighttime where I felt unsafe, I think that was the biggest issue. I was just like, okay, well, now I feel in danger, I have to walk. You know?
And so the bus was going to walk you home.
That's basically my mindset at that time, was like, I'm not going to go by myself, you guys can come with me.
The bus tries to pass you here.
Yeah, they tried a couple times to pass.
Yeah.
And that's when he had a safe distance from me.
Yeah.
I knew he wasn't going to just rev the bus and run me over.
So, see, does that sound familiar?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you had come up on the sidewalk.
Yeah. And then I
that
just
was
walked
it.
out.
Now, have you been on this bus since?
I try to avoid it, to be honest, because I've seen some of the comments where people are like, have you seen this girl? Or, this is your bus. This is your route. Do you know this girl?
Merry Christmas. All right, so here, you all set?
Yep. Let's see if we can get on.
All right, you go ahead.
Oh,
All right. But isn't it better right now to be on the bus than walking in front of it?
In front of it, yes.
Okay, here we go. All right, how was that? That was all right?
Not too bad. It's nice to have you there. If you could ride the bus with me every day, it'd be a lot different. I think, yeah.
So we wave goodbye to it?
Yeah, goodbye. Thanks for driving me home.
This time.
Yeah, this time.
Thank you for doing this, because I got to say, I'm going to call myself out. When I first saw the story, I said, you know, she's putting people in danger. Is this the best way to go about it? Now you get to hear from her, and I've completely changed my mind. Full 180, because she said it's about safety. It's not just that she grew impatient, or because those are all valid reasons too, that she got kicked off the bus. She didn't feel safe at that point at night. Now I get it. Because we hear from her.
Now, I did talk to TTC. They're not going to pursue this. It was a one-off thing, and they say they're not going to pursue it. But the debate continues to rage. And when I promoted this on the weekend on my social media account, the debate was already raging. She's putting everybody's lives in jeopardy, and she's delaying people. Other people saying she's an urban hero.
Right.
So she just saw, and I loved her reasoning. At first, I was expecting her to say, I just snapped and I got in front of the bus.
Right.
But she said, no. You know what? You're not going to take me home. You're going to bring me home.
That's right.
One way or the other. She had already gone on the bus. She had been on the bus already. She was one of the first people on the bus. But she says she got pushed beyond the white line. And at that point, the driver told her to get up. Now, I went back a few nights after looking for her. A few nights after. I noticed several buses, not just one or two, where people were packed right to the doors. That's illegal. For one thing, drivers not allowed to do that.
Right.
So there are But
we need to come up with better solutions, but she's definitely the one who raised the spotlight to come up with some more to make her route more efficient, more safe. She needed that chaperone home.
And right now, there are people who are overcrowded bus routes and streetcar routes, like the King streetcar route.
Yeah.
They're saying, you go, girl.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you guys think? Did this change your mind? Local hero?
Let
Is
us
she
know.
still a villain? Let us know.